So last month I was scrolling on Instagram and saw a Instagram post from the official Life is Strange game account. There was a collaboration between Square Enix and the Photography Foundation in London where Hannah Telle, the voice actor of Max Caulfield in Life is Strange 1 and the new Life is Strange Double Exposure, was going to be there, where she talks about her experience in the gaming industry. There was no way that I could pass this opportunity up. I live in the UK and I live extremely close to London, approximately about an hour away. So as soon as I saw this post, I booked tickets. I was one of the lucky people that got to go and see Hannah Telle's fun-filled talk about the new Life is Strange and about her industry experience. I got to meet Hannah and also she signed my copy of Life is Strange, but before I jump into that, I am just going to talk about the whole entire experience. After getting back last night from London, I went on Twitter to post about how I met Hannah and I was present at this convention almost. There's been a lot of questions from people who were unfortunately not able to attend the event for whatever reason, so I just want to make this video to clear some things up, but mostly to talk about my experience. So if you don't know who the Photography Foundation are, they're a charity which diversifies and improves the access to photography in London. They're a really awesome charity and it's amazing to look into what they're doing. After being at their event last night, I did go home and I researched the Photography Foundation a little bit and had a little bit of a look into the work they were doing. With Max Caulfield being a photographer at Caledon University, it was only fitting, of course, that Square Enix decided to partner up with the Photography Foundation to do this event, and with Hannah Telle also being involved. But all in all, an absolutely amazing day. So I did get quite a lot of footage of me traveling to and from London and just my day in London. Unfortunately, I pretty much got next to no footage of the actual event. There was photography and filming taking place at this event by the organisers, but I didn't personally really film anything at all. One, because I wasn't sure if we were allowed and I didn't want to risk it, and secondly, I was awkward as fuck. I am not good at all at filming in public. It is not my expertise per se. Just felt incredibly uncomfortable in the big city with like my friend and walking around like this. Just not really something I felt comfortable doing. Even with just filming locations like this, I felt just so awkward and out of place. I enjoyed getting the shots, but yeah, it made me feel a bit awkward. So here is some of the footage. I was going to pull this together as just one big film, but I don't think the footage is going to be good enough, so I'm going to have to commentate it. Again, getting into London for me is just really easy. I just had to take a train and I had to get the tube a few times. Our first pit stop was at Forbidden Planet in London. If you are ever in London, I 100% recommend going to the Forbidden Planet store. It is the #1 place for nerdy stuff, Funko Pops, figurines, toys, books, manga, literally anything nerdy you can think of, they probably do it in there. They also sell Life is Strange merch. Sadly, when I went yesterday, they did not have much of the merch at all. They had one Life is Strange t-shirt, which I think was the black t-shirt with the butterfly, which I would imagine is one of Chloe's t-shirts. They didn't have my size, but I still wanted to film just it being in the shop. Also, there were some mugs, and usually they have quite a few Life is Strange mugs. They sometimes have a Before the Storm mug, and they usually have the Misfit Skull mug, which I already have, but this one they had the Wolf Squad mug, which is a Life is Strange 2 thing, which I just thought was really cool. And they also had these card holders, which were absolutely adorable. I actually bought one because it was just so cute, and I love little card holders, and it's Life is Strange merch. I couldn't turn it down. We also went downstairs where they do sell the Life is Strange comics, the graphic novels in there. They also do the Forget Me Not comics. Let me just quickly grab mine. The last time I went to London, I actually managed to find one of these Forget Me Not comics. Sorry, I'm trying to avoid the glare from the comic cover. But I found one of these the last time I was there, but unfortunately when I went yesterday, they did not have any more of these Forget Me Not comics. But this is proof I did buy this in Forbidden Planet last month when I went to London. So they do sell them, just unfortunately when I went there yesterday, they didn't have any. But they do sell the Life is Strange graphic novels there. So if you are ever in London and you want to get the Life is Strange comics, go to Forbidden Planet. They will sell them in there. After going to Forbidden Planet, we decided to make our way to the event. It was literally a 5-minute walk away from the O2 Arena in London, and again, it is super easy for me to get to the O2 Arena from where I live. So it was a really easy little trek and tube ride there, about half an hour, not even that, from where we were, which was in Soho originally, which is where Forbidden Planet roughly is. Once we got there, unfortunately, again, I just did not get much footage, but it was in this like office building, where this event was taking place. It really caught me off guard. It was a really professional little studio, but you literally just went up like flight of stairs, like went through some doors, went up a lift to the second floor, come out, walk around, and the event organizers were there. They were expecting you. As soon as we got there, we were greeted by this lovely event organizer, I presume, who worked for the Photography Foundation, whether she worked there or she was a volunteer. She was absolutely lovely, so sweet and friendly, welcomed me and my friend in, full-blown open arms. They had 3 little cans of water for us all, and as we walked in, there was rows and rows and rows of chairs. There wasn't actually that many rows of chairs. I was expecting it to be like this big like room, like this big hall, but it was really like a tight-knit space. Not saying that's a bad thing. It was nice. It was actually really intimate, and it calmed my anxieties about the whole thing completely. After being welcomed in by the extremely friendly staff, we went in and we sat down, and at the front there was a screen, and on the screen was the Life is Strange double exposure cover art. There were so many other Life is Strange fans there, and everybody was just so sweet, and it was so nice to be in an environment with people who you have a definite common interest with, which is Life is Strange. We got there quite early, about 20 minutes before the event started. We were just so nervous, me and my friend, we just wanted to get there as early as possible and just settle down. And then after about 20 minutes of waiting, dead on 6:30, Hannah Telle herself come out, and I cannot explain to you how much of a surreal feeling it is to see someone who you've watched so many interviews of, listened to so many podcasts of hers that she's been in, and to play a game religiously that she voices the main character in, to then see her and hear her in the flesh. It was just an insane experience, and pretty starstruck about the entire whole ordeal. And I've never been starstruck like that before over somebody, but I just couldn't believe it. This is where the questions tend to come in. A lot of people wanted to know what was spoken about at this talk. It was mostly Hannah talking about her experience within the video game industry and her past with the arts and with acting. She just spoke us through a little bit of how she got involved with acting, why she loves it so much, and the important themes in acting, and how it helped her discover certain things of herself. It was just a really inspiring and insightful talk. And of course, she went on then to talk about Life is Strange and how she got involved with Life is Strange, spoke about the Life is Strange series a little bit, the important issues tackled within the game, the representation the game has, and how it differs from a lot of other games. Hannah spoke about how she got involved with Life is Strange and how she also got involved with the new Life is Strange. And that is where she spoke about the new Life is Strange a little bit. Obviously, she had to remain mostly tight-lipped because I would imagine she is under an NDA. The game isn't out yet, though she can talk about the game. There are certain aspects that she obviously cannot talk about, and thankfully everybody respected that. I'm beating around the bush saying it, but no, she did not talk about Chloe. I know quite a lot of people on Life is Strange Twitter were asking if anyone had asked any questions about Chloe, because at the end of the talk there was opportunities for us to ask questions to Hannah, anything we wanted, whether it be about Hannah, whether it be the new Life is Strange game. I think you could just read the room and everybody was on the same page. There was no point in asking about Chloe. Again, it's confidential information. Hannah is 110% under an NDA. There were 2 Square Enix reps there, I believe, as well at this event, and they were probably there for that reason as well. Not because of Chloe, obviously, but just to make sure that no details about the game that haven't actually been released to the public and are not planned to be released into the public until the game comes out were revealed. It was mostly information that we already knew. Hannah did do the full mocap for Max, as well as, of course, providing her lovely voice. And a lot of the questions were mostly just asking Hannah what she thought about doing mocap, because of course when she voiced Max in the first Life is Strange over 10 years ago, she did not do any mocap for Max, she only did the voice, and I don't think there was much mocap in that game anyway. I might be completely wrong, but I don't remember them really talking about mocap, but I know that Hannah did not do Max's mocap. But of course with Life is Strange Double Exposure, Hannah is doing the voice and doing Max's mocap, so it was a whole new experience for her diving back into Max, because of course not only was she providing the voice, but she was also doing Max's mocap, so she had to almost act out the scenes as well. One thing Hannah did confirm is that Max is a teacher at Caledon University, and she does teach photography classes, and it's really heartwarming to know that Max ended up becoming a successful photographer, and almost amazing that even after everything that happened at Blackwell with Mr. Jefferson, Max is still able to go into a educational environment like that and be able to teach classes in photography. So that was just something I thought about and thought it was really, really heartwarming. I just also want to add, there was no exclusive content. The only thing we were shown was the trailer, which of course we've all already seen, but there were no exclusive clips or exclusive little tidbits that aren't already public knowledge. I think this was just a good opportunity for Hannah to connect with fans and for Square Enix to partner up with a charity organisation for photography with the Photography Foundation to promote the game as well, and for a good cause. After Hannah was done with the talk and all the questions were asked and answered, we had the amazing opportunity to do a meet and greet and get things signed. And I'm happy to confirm that I met Hannah Telle, and I'm also happy to confirm that she was an absolute delight. Absolutely lovely human being, so down to earth. She had so much time for everybody at the event. She was so genuinely happy to see people and to hear people's stories and how Life is Strange has affected them and helped them. I was so starstruck, and when we were taking the photo, I just felt so nervous. I could feel my face going red. I was sweating. I had so many emotions going on. I didn't know how I was feeling. It was positive. I'm glad that I decided to bring my copy of Life is Strange with me, because I almost didn't. As you can see, Hannah has signed my original copy of Life is Strange, and again, just can't believe it. Just such an amazing evening. I had such a great time. Not only was Hannah lovely, the Square Enix reps were lovely. They were taking pictures. They were offering to take pictures for fans who were meeting Hannah, so you didn't have to take a selfie. One of the Square Enix reps or the staff at the Photography Foundation offered to take photos for you. They were really, really sweet, really considerate. So yeah, I just want to say thank you so much to the Photography Foundation and Square Enix for partnering up and making this possible and creating such an amazing talk in a really comfortable environment. It was just a really wholesome couple hours. And again, thank you so much to Hannah Telle for taking the time to come out to London, and really hope you enjoyed your stay in London, Hannah, if you're watching this. And sorry if I was so awkward, if you do remember me. I was just so starstruck, as I said earlier. I just could not believe it. And my friend who was with me, she is a Life is Strange fan, but not to the level I am. She was not nervous, and then when I started to get nervous, she also got nervous. We were both just in the queue, like, honestly, I just still can't believe it. Like, it feels like a dream. It just happened all so quickly. I showed up to this event not expecting to meet Hannah or anything like that. I thought it was just going to be like, hey, this is my experience, give a really amazing talk, slayed it, and then be like, right, goodbye. Like, I thought that was what it was going to be like, but the fact that she stayed behind, took the time to take photos and do signatures, again, just such a lovely, lovely person, and all of the people at the event were just so lovely. I also want to give a shout out to two people who we met at the event. Shout out to Mon and Sarah, I believe. I'm so sorry if I got your guys' names wrong. They were two viewers of my channel who we were in the queue, and they were in front of us, and they turned around and was like, oh, are you Sparxxyy from YouTube? And I was like, yeah, like that was surreal. So thank you so much for coming up to me and speaking to me. And we hung out for a little while as well. We went to get some burgers after, and yeah, it was a good time. So thank you so much to them too for hanging out with us. Mon actually has a Twitch channel. I'm going to just add a little image on here, somewhere here, so do go and follow her. She was telling me so much about her Twitch channel and the antics she's gotten up to on there, so I definitely recommend that you give her a follow. She has streamed the Life is Strange games, and I believe she plans to stream the other Life is Strange games, so make sure you follow her and stick around to view those because I'm sure it's going to be great. But yeah, thank you so much to both of you for being so lovely and coming up to us and hanging out with us. It was such a great evening. So yeah, this was a bit of a jumbled mess, but I just wanted to talk about the evening and what was shown, what was spoken about. Thank you so much for watching this absolute mess of a video. Again, the footage that I got yesterday I just felt like wasn't enough to compile into one video, so the only way to really make this cohesive at all is for me to just talk over what I got recorded and just to tell you more about the day. Please do stick around on this channel for more Life is Strange content. I plan on doing so much more Life is Strange content from now until October, when the new Life is Strange Double Exposure game comes out. I'm also currently streaming the first Life is Strange game on this YouTube channel. Last week or the week before, I streamed Life is Strange 1, Episode 1, and I'm doing a full replay of the first Life is Strange game because I haven't actually done my annual playthrough of the game yet. I'm going to be streaming Episode 2, hopefully this Sunday, if this video is out before then. So this Sunday would be the 11th of August, I believe. So make sure you stick around on my channel for that. I plan on that day to stream Life is Strange 1 Episode 2. So it should be a really fun live stream and really nostalgic for me and hopefully some others as well. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you've watched this jumble mess all the way through, I really appreciate it, and hopefully I will catch you all in the next one. Goodbye and take care.